we are with the new lecture of class 12 of the chapter solution, and today's topic is ideal and non-ideal solution. Okay, before starting the video, I like to say that please like and share the video and subscribe my channel. Please tap on the bell icon so you can get the notification of the other videos also. So now let us start with the video. Ideal and non-ideal solution. So you have studied in the previous video that we have a law that is known as Raoult's law, and so vapor pressure is dependent upon the mole fraction of the solute. This type of law is there. Now, on the basis of this Raoult law, we can divide the solution into two categories, that is ideal and non-ideal. Now, in the first category, that is ideal solution, in the case of this ideal solution, we have three conditions here, that we have the pressure of the solution is exactly equal to the pressure given by the Raoult law. So we can say that PA is always equal to PA naught XA or PB naught XB. Well, this is the Raoult law. Now the second condition is that delta H mixing is always equal to 0. I'll explain this. And third one, delta V mixing. Okay, delta V mixing is always 0. Now, what these terms means, that if you have 25 ml of any given component, like you have hexane, 25 ml of hexane and 25 ml of heptane, then when you mix these liquids, now exact 50 ml you will get. So there is no increase or no decrease in the resulting mixture. In the same condition, you will have delta H mixing is also 0, means when you are mixing these two liquids, there is no absorption and no release or no absorption of the energy during the mixing. So delta H mixing will also be 0. Now here are some examples which is given by mixtures of ideal solution. Now example, you can have N-heptane and N-hexane, or you will have ethyl bromide and ethyl iodide. Now these type of the solution, they will follow a ideal solution condition. Now, as you know very well that there is no such type of ideal solution which follow Raoult's law in every type of composition over the all range of temperature and pressure. So we have a limitation here that the ideal conditions are always followed when we have a very small quantity of solute in the solvent. Okay, and the temperature should be a little bit low, then this ideal solution will work. Now, why a solution work like an ideal solution? There is a reason behind that. When you have two type of the component here, suppose we have a component A and a component B. We have a component B. Now when these two liquids are alone, then there is some type of interaction between AA particles. Okay, Now likewise there is some kind of interaction between BB particles. Okay. So there is some kind of interaction. Now when these two get mixed, there is interaction between AB particle. You know? So these two interactions are exactly equal to the interaction between AB particles. There is no change in the degree of interactions. Means the force of attraction, the intermolecular spaces, and everything is little more get similar. So there is no extra pressure. Same type of bonding is there. So that's why the mixture of these type of liquid behave as a ideal solution. Now we will move to the next topic, that is non-ideal solution. Now the second type of the solution is non-ideal solution. Now as the name suggests, they are not behaving like a ideal solution. So again there will be a three conditions here, like they will not follow Raoult law, means P is not equal to PA naught XA, or PB not XB, or second condition, delta H mixing is not equal to 0, delta V mixing is also not equal to 0. Why? Because they are non-ideal, they are not following these rules. So in this category we can again divide the solution into two types. That is, first of all, solutions showing positive deviation positive deviation. Now here you will get three conditions again, that this P, what you will get, that the pressure is always greater than the Raoult law. Condition is this, that this pressure of the solution is always greater what it is given by the Raoult's law. Second condition, that delta H mixing is always greater than 0. Then third condition, delta V mixing is always greater than 0. Now, these three conditions, what is the reason behind this type of behavior? Now, as you know that there is two components here, as we have read in the previous one, ideal solution. So, we can say that AB interaction are weaker than AA or BB interaction. Now listen carefully that what this line interpret to you. If AB interactions are weaker, means the atoms are not properly bonded or connected. So the condition is there, when they are not connected, they can easily escape in the vapor phase. When they will escape, they will give you more vapor pressure than the Raoult law. Okay, so when interactions are weaker, then the vapor phase condition or the vapor pressure is greater. Now, example of this kind of the solution is N-hexane and ethanol. Now, why this condition happened? You know that ethanol is C2H5OH. Okay? C2H5OH. Now, when this C2H5OH is there is one oxygen atom, one hydrogen atom, and they are going to form a hydrogen bonding between them. Okay? So, bond is strong. But when N-hexane mixed with ethanol, there is no hydrogen bonding. So, the interaction become weaker. Now, in this type of condition, the graph which is plotted for the Raoult law, how this graph looks like. So, let me draw the graph here. Here it is vapor pressure. Here it is mole fraction. Fine. So, we will get that XA equal to 1, XB equal to 0. Then here XA equal to 0 and XB is equals to 1. Now, how this graph looks like to be, you join this one like that. In this condition, okay. So, how this graph looks? One line will move like this. I am showing the ideal line with the dotted one. Okay. This is the graph of the ideal solution. This one dotted line. Now, with the positive deviation, there is a upward conditions. So, this is for PA, this small line, and this one is for PB, and this is for P is equals to PA plus PB. Okay. So, here partial pressure of A, partial pressure of B, and this is the partial pressure of the solution. Okay, so this type of graph is shown for the non-ideal solution with the positive deviation. Now we will look for the second type, non-ideal solution with the negative. We will move with the second type, that is with the negative deviation. Now again you will follow the three conditions here. That is, P is always less than the Raoult's law condition, or PV naught XB. Second condition, that delta V mixing is always less than 0. Third, delta H mixing is always less than 0. So that is the exactly opposite condition with the with that of the positive deviation. So I am going to give you the reason behind that. That here the AB interactions are stronger than AA or BB interactions. For this, we have an example that you have chloroform and acetone with you. Now, what happened in this? Here, in the solution, there is a hydrogen bond formed. Because CHCl3, it is a non-polar one, acetone, it is also a very non-polar one, so they are not itself in a mood of hydrogen bonding, but when they are associated, when they get mixed, they will form a hydrogen bonding. You just look to it. I am drawing Cl here, 3 side, H here, this is CHCl3. Now acetone is what? O, C, CH3 and here CH3. Okay, likewise it is acetone. Now this is hydrogen and this is oxygen. So a hydrogen bonding is formed between these two liquids. And when hydrogen bonding is there, means the bonding is good. So here they are more strongly jointed with each other. That is why the escaping tendency means to form vapor pressure, means to form vapors. That tendency got lowered. So that is why the pressure is less than the Raoult's law condition. Okay. So there will be delta H mixing will be less than 0. So which type of graph is shown here? The same one I am drawing, only the lower depth will form. Here we have vapor pressure, mole fractions, here same type, and please learn these graphs because these are very important and they are also easy to learn because same type of graphs are there. You just need to do 1 or 2 modifications here and you can easily learn them. This dotted line is for ideal solutions. Okay, this is for PA, this is for PB. Okay, now here what happened? We will form a lower depth. Likewise, this is for the non-ideal solution. Okay, so today what we have studied? We have studied a ideal solution, then non-ideal solution, and its 2 types with all its properties, 3 properties, and the reason and the graph. Okay, so in the next video we will meet and we will study a new topic. Till then, have a good day.